Poor Tina. Morning, everybody. Chad, Adler Farms.
Ray.
My lovely wife, Ray. Lucy. Better lock that door. No, it's sad. I don't know why they do that. They like the alpacas. They know Tina can't get out, but yet they get out and they leave her, and they go eat hay and hang out, and frolic and run around and frolic. Yeah, I said that. Oh, guess what I found in that burn pile yesterday?
What did you find? Oh, eggs.
You watch my reels.
You know I do.
Wow. Who did it? I can't believe I'm saying this. For the first time ever, it wasn't one of y'all. No way it's you, because, I mean, you're a rooster. Who did this? One of y'all. Well, not you. Who's been doing it? Somebody's been doing it a lot. A little burning today. Got a nice little north wind. Came over here to start another one. Start getting rid of some of these burn piles. And looky there. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say. You were off yesterday, so I didn't know if you were tuning in or not.
Feed me.
Look, everybody else moves. But Junebug? No way, man. She's gonna headbutt the car, watch. I'm gonna need a new grill.
Lucy's trying to let you out.
Appreciate it. Watch out. You honk, she lowers her head.
She's ready to fight.
Morning, everybody. What do we say? Hey, if you get out of the way of the truck, I can feed everybody quicker. I can feed everyone quicker. What, did you get mad at your... You did. Oh, you're scratching yourself. That's what you're doing. Morning, buddy. Hi. Oh, boy. Bruce. All right. Who's hungry? Come on, buddy. Look at him. He can't figure it out. Come here. Come on. Come on. Let's go. You stinker. Hey, come here. Look out, Bruce. Come on. Woo! There we go. You guys want some? There you go. Hey, look who figured it out. Bruce, come here, buddy. Bruce, no. No. Hey. I can't believe he fits under there. Come on, Donk. Look how big she's getting. Looking fluffy. See, we don't need a camel. We got Lady A. It's not that cold, is it?
It's not that bad out here. Oh, wait, there's nothing over here, though, where it's dry. So
No.
Go to the bathroom while they're sleeping.
Yeah, every now and then they will, but it usually doesn't go too much past this.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. I kick it out of there every day, kick it away at least. You know what's sad? Not only does she eat by herself, but she also sleeps alone. She's the only one that sleeps in here at night.
No.
The rest of them sleep out there in the hay or the straw. And she sleeps in here. I think she likes it though. She's usually in here with me. Watch. Come here. Come on. Nope, you gotta come in here. Gotta come in here. Come here. Come on. All the way. Oh, goodness. Hang on, I might need help. Next one. Next one. There we go. I told you. I told you. Every time. So is she older or younger?
Oh, she's the oldest.
She's the oldest, and she's 15 or 17?
Well, she was 17 when we got her. Oh.
Yes.
We don't know her exact birthday.
No, we do. It's on the papers.
Oh.
They're in the garage. Right. Organized neatly, right where I know where they're at.
Or their birthday's coming up.
Yep. You're almost 18. You can vote. Did you know that? So Tina and I, during the week, a lot of times you guys see all 4 alpacas up here, but a lot of times when I'm not filming, this happens. I'm not going to zoom in, but you see the alpacas, the other 3 down there eating? That's normal, and Tina and I come out here and hang out. But Tina is at 18 years old. She's very set in her ways. We could probably call her Granny now. Grandma Tina, Granny Tina.
18 years. How many is that in alpaca years? Is it like dogs?
Well, if they live to be 25, roughly, she's basically 75 years old.
Look at her.
Give or take.
Look at her.
Yeah, she stopped eating, look. So, I was telling Ray on the way in here, when you feed Tina by herself, if you've ever dog sat for somebody or like house sat, like when I was, late high school years, early college, I used to house sit for my aunt and uncle, my dad's brother and sister-in-law. And they had an older dog that I used to feed, and like the older dog was set in its ways, and she was a great dog, golden retriever. But like when you feed them, they're like, "You're not my owner, but you have food. Feed me." Well, we're Tina's owners, but she's still like, "Just give me food. Just feed me. Don't touch me." Look.
Don't
Watch.
kick me.
See?
Ooh, she got you.
She did. Oh, sorry. Keep eating.
She gives the look.
Yeah.
Like, she's so good at that.
Now, she is the one, when we had an issue with the neighbor's dog, though, that she was ready to throw hands. And I don't think anything's changed.
No.
It had nothing to do with the dog. It was just somebody she didn't want around. But she's great. Everybody says she looks skinny, but that's actually pretty stout. For Tina especially. I would say they were kind of skinny when we got them. But where they were at, they were on a whole lot of pasture. We do pasture and grain. Even in the summer, we give them grain. It's super funny. We like come up here and hang out. And you're like, you're allowed to touch her, but you're not.
Make her turn her back to me.
Well, I don't want to get kicked. I thought she was going to stick her head in the feed barrel. She's like, "I'll show you guys."
She will.
You want to eat out? You want to eat out in the sunshine? There you go. This is what's funny too. Don't touch my head. She's not gonna let me do it. Normally you can touch her body, but you cannot touch the hairdo. Woo! Ooh, that's a big one. We're showing 28 degrees.
20, yeah, mine says 29.
But it is 9:30. We waited a little bit because it was 24 last night. But it's supposed to be up to 50 today. I heard that water won't freeze back.
It's 60 tomorrow.
60 tomorrow. This is like crazy unseasonably warm, and I'm not complaining. So I don't mind the cold weather.
You lie. When I met you, I don't want it to be over 40.
Well, it's because I don't sweat. If it's under 40, I don't sweat as fast. When it falls below, or when it goes above 40,
Now he realizes
I sweat like a big kid that
how
loves
much
cake.
the cold stinks.
When we get out here permanently and we figure out where we want everybody, I'll worry more about freezing water, but those alpacas are not like the cows. The cows will drink, oh my goodness, especially when it's like negative 20 wind chill. Those cows will drink like 15 gallons of water a day. What do you think of my hydrant protectors?
They look awesome.
They're pretty snazzy. Everybody was like, those won't work, they'll scratch them and knock them over. Not yet. They do scratch on them. Like I've seen them shift. When I first put them out here, I put every hydrant like to the far south, if you will, of the square that the protector thing makes. And the cows have come out and knocked them around and shifted them and rubbed on them, and so is Bruce. So they move them around, but they're getting their scratch on. They're getting their scratch on. See what I did there? And they're leaving the hydrant alone. So that's what matters the most. Oh my gosh.
I know, May 25th.
You're silly.
Baby Rosie. That was blurry.
We can add it in there if you send it to me.
Look at her.
Just text it to me. They're gonna be mad if you don't text it to me, because I can't, that's not a clear picture.
She looks like a little green bean.
Yeah, we closed on this place the end of May. We got this cabin, we sat it out here. We thought we were gonna do like 2 tiny homes. And then we found, or several tiny homes. And then we found a house plan that Ray absolutely adores still, right? Mm-hmm. We may just kick out some walls, make a few things bigger. But it's also like, if you're looking at doing a barn dough, it's not a perfect square, the house plan, but we're probably gonna make it a square. That way it's easier to build. And by doing so, we gain 3 or 4 feet in every single room. So anyway, if that sounds confusing, the house plans are linked down below and you'll be able to tell from that. When we had this land cleared a couple months ago, we'd never seen this land out here with nothing on it. We didn't realize how pretty the view was. We thought we were gonna put it out there. See how pretty that is and how nice it just looks. It looks over the ranch behind us and it's just very pretty. And there's nothing wrong with that, and Ray might change her mind again, but I doubt it. And I think it's gonna be right where that cabin is.
But up a little further?
Towards the road?
Remember when we were talking the other night, you said what if it goes, or like comes forward
a little bit.
And not right where the cabin's sitting.
Yep. Like if the back of the house is where the front of the cabin is now. Mm-hmm. I wanted you guys to hear it from her though, because ultimately, honestly, let's be honest, which we're always honest, but I could live in a cardboard box out here right now. But Ray would like a house. Apparently she's not a caveman. No offense to cavemen out there, or women. But yeah, what we were thinking is, when we had this cleared right here, we put the house right over there, like kind of right on top of the greenhouse. But you are sitting further back. It is a lengthier, you know, for the electric, the water. It's not much, but it is more work. And we already have water right there. We already have electric right there. One point we were gonna put right here, and then we dozed the land and we changed it down there. And now we're back up here. But it's because of how nice the pond turned out. You know what I mean? I mean, the pond was an awesome, awesome feature. It was something we really wanted when we were looking for land.
Have you told him that we want to start building like
sooner rather than later?
Like soon?
Yeah.
Or it'll be a slow process because we'll kind of go as we.
Yeah, like we're not like trying to do it by.
You're wanting to come put a concrete pad out here, like real soon.
With the cost of things, and things are coming down. They're coming down a long ways. I don't know that we're like out of a downturn or upturn. I don't know. I don't get into all that. I don't follow it. If you want to build a house, you got to build a house. If you want a cabin, you build a cabin. We've reached a point where we have a true solid bid on a concrete pad for a 30 by 36. And the house plan we have, now when you guys see it, remember, we're going to change the house plan a little bit. It's not those exact dimensions. But the house plan we have is just a little bit bigger than a 30 by 36 shop that I was going to put here. And I just hate to throw money at a concrete pad just so I can park the 4-wheelers. I mean, it'd be like a barn dominium.
Well, that's what we discussed, as you said you wanted to put a shop out here in a concrete pad, and then we got to talking, and I said,
with the cost of things.
No, it turned into like us staying in it, and I said at that point you might as well
just build something you can live in.
Pour the pad for our actual house. Otherwise, we're doing it twice, and
As far as a pad goes, I personally would prefer a footing with cinder blocks and a crawl space. And we can get away with that right here. Down there, we would definitely have to do it. Right here, we could do a pad. The reason we wouldn't do a pad is, as you know, our property gets a whole lot of rain. But remember, gotta find that good angle. But remember,
What's your good side, babe?
I probably don't have one. If you remember, I talked about in a couple videos ago, thank you, cowboy. I talked about in a couple videos ago about digging the ditches out front, and you guys said reach out to your county because they may be responsible for that. Like, it's probably their job to keep them clear because that does flood our land. So I talked to our neighbor who's been here 25 years, so the owner of Dink, and she was losing base rock. She was losing her driveway to water issues because when they grade the road out here, they just shove everything off the side. Now, I get that that's how it's supposed to be done, but over time it fills your ditches, and then your water can't go in the ditch and it can't run downhill or out or whatever. And she was losing rock. So she went to the county and they were like, yeah, we don't have time right now. So she waited a little bit. They still didn't have time. I'm talking 2 or 3 months later. So finally she just did it herself. And it looks amazing. And we honestly get a lot of water because her ditch works and ours doesn't. So we are gonna rent an excavator. Yes, I have a tractor, but the excavator will make very, very short work of the ditch out front. The tractor, you'd have to take a scoop, back up, dump it, take a scoop, back up. Excavator, you straddle it like we did the water line, and you just drag the whole thing out. Anyway, I'm excited because I love an excavator. I love it. It's the ultimate like kid's dream toy. When we get the excavator, we can also bury some of this stuff that won't burn, because that's what I've been doing the last couple of days, is trying to get these piles down more so things go away. I know some of you may encourage us to get on the county a little bit harder, but what did it take, like 90 days to get water?
It was ridiculous.
It was.
I don't remember.
So to join the county, and this is normal, the fee anyway, to join the county water system, the rural water system they have out here, it was an $1,800 fee. Is that? Yeah, it was $1,800. We wrote them a check 90 days before we got water. It took 90 days to get them out here to put water in. They had 3 board meetings, probably more that we didn't know about, but we wrote a check. They had 3 board meetings at least. And I called every single day asking them why we didn't have water. And we didn't have to have a line put in. They didn't have to come underneath the road.
They had to approve it at a board meeting, right?
But we wrote the check on the 12th.
I know, and I think you had called once, and she was like, "Oh, we just had our board meeting, and it didn't get brought up."
That's
like,
what it was.
It got forgotten or something. They cashed our check.
Yeah, the check, the check cleared. We had to wait another month for another meeting.
So we had to wait the following month because the meetings are every month, and
got approved
I think it
on
happened like 2 times though, at least.
But we got approved on the second one, and then the third one, they finally sent somebody out, and we finally got water on our birthday, on my birthday, May 29th.
Oh, that's right.
Finally. But yeah, we wrote the check before we closed on the land because we weren't worried about it. We were actually just waiting on a closing date. We knew we were going to close.
So we tried to get water, but we ended up closing the end of May. Rosie was born.
Yeah.
And then your birthday, and we got water.
Because for almost
a good month.
For almost 2 months, thankfully, Mr. and Mrs. A, we had that. He had an IBC tote, and we would tote water over here for the alpacas.
Well, you kept the water on the trailer, and we
just
that
filled it.
for a
Yeah.
long time.
It was ridiculous. So as far as going after the county to get them to help with those ditches, I won't tell you what our neighbor said about them, but we're just going to rent an excavator. Let's put it that way. We're going to do it. Yes, we'll call 811. We'll find out where the water line is. Like, I don't know if the water line for the whole street is on that side or our side, but we'll do it right. What are you going to say, baby?
About the house.
Go for it.
Well,
Talk about something fun.
our discussion. Like, you said
Did discuss it, didn't we? I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm listening. My bad.
or I guess that's technically not the front of the cabin because you flipped it.
I did. It still bothers you, doesn't it?
Yeah. You're really bad.
When we put this here, we thought we were going to make this a door. We thought we were going to put another shed or cabin, whatever you want to call it, right here.
Chad thought.
Anyway, well, you didn't have a house plan, so I was like, hey, let's get some tiny homes. We'll wait till the boys get out of our hair, and then we'll build a smaller house. But you did have a good idea. And we picked out a smaller house, and we're still gonna attach that to it, correct? With a breezeway?
We still want. I don't know what I want.
But we do know that we want the house right here. It makes sense logistically. The land drops a lot right after this driveway ends, like a lot. We put the back of the house where the cabin is. We moved the cabin out of the way, right? Or we're not sure if we want it attached. That's the thing. That's what we're running into, because expanding this house plan is not that big of a deal. So we're looking for tips and advice, but ultimately in the end,
I think the ultimate plan right now is scooting the cabin out of the way and pouring a concrete slab, and then we'll figure out what the heck we're gonna do.
Yep. We just need to see, I think that's what it is. Like Kyle and Shannon, I was telling you the other day,
Yeah.
they went and got ground stakes. So my brother and sister-in-law kind of going through the same thing when they bought their land. Channel's linked down below, always is. But they went and bought ground stakes, which I think I don't know, we might do that today, just to see. Do you see that? What? Is that not normal? People don't do that?
Because you were reading a text message.
Well, it's from...
You have to leave that in.
It's from Grandma.
I'm going to wonder why you're looking at him like that.
Because it's from Grandma, conveniently. Right now, she just texted me. Here, look. She sent me the information for the concrete guy that they used. And I read it, and I saw the last name of the concrete guy, and I was like, who? I was like, Grandma. Oh, concrete. Okay, so, but we want, what was I talking about? I don't even know. Anyway, Grandma and Grandpa and Kyle and Shannon, my brother and sister-in-law, they all have channels. They're linked down below. But what we need to do is what Kyle and Shannon did. We need to go get some property stakes, like some wooden stakes we can drive into the ground. And then I call it fencing string because I built a lot of fences, like privacy fences. And then we need to take some fencing string and like map out what a 40 by 40 square looks like, or a 40 by 50, whatever that is. And if you're not familiar with what that means or whatever, we're literally going to map out like the size of a concrete pad or whatever, stem walls, crawl space, whatever. We're just going to map that out. And so that way we can physically see what it looks like, and we can stand here and go, okay, this is the back porch. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I'm sorry if it doesn't. But that's what's difficult when you're trying to place things. And because I didn't ask Ray where to exactly put the cabin, I stuck it right where she wants the house. So even if we go and get fencing string and stakes and we stake out where we think we want the house, we still can't see the pond because Chad put the cabin in the way. I know, we all know. Let's say it together.
Because Chad jumped the gun and bought the cabin
without
a plan.
Don't say gun. Anyway, I had a plan. The plan was to buy a cabin. Carter was with me.
You bought it. I was just going through my pictures. You bought it like in May, the same time all this was happening.
I bought it the day Rosie was born.
Because you were so excited. Yes.
I don't know. Anyway, I took Carter with me. It was all his idea. All right. Ray retreated to the car because it is chilly. Are you going to join us through the window?
Yeah.
Okay. But we were out here talking and it just got chilly, man. It's just cold. But what we need to do is fill up. Oh my goodness. The only thing I didn't do was think this through. I totally just read your guys' mind. I know what you're thinking. Chad put the hose through the side of the pallet so you don't have to reach over like that. All right, Tina, Nancy, Karen, Chuck, and Daryl. Whew. These things are awesome, by the way. Always linked down below. Things change a lot. Plans change. We had a plan, and the plan changed. You know, when we bought this cabin, what we paid for it, you couldn't build it for what we paid. The reason that the guys that make these build them so affordable is because they buy in bulk. But just like that greenhouse and that coop, when we bought this just 8-9 months ago, you know, 2x4s were $5. So I don't regret it, not trying to justify it, not worried about it. I'm telling you guys, plans change, and you guys told us plans change. You said, don't worry about it. And you said you should go through almost a full year on land and see all the seasons and all the temperatures and the the whole thing. You should see your land inside and out, frontwards and backward. What we ran into was when we bought this place, remember, you couldn't see anything. Everything was overgrown. You could not see anywhere on the property. There was mounds of dirt and hills and dirt so deep and so big that that tanker back there, which that's 10 by 20 at least, that was buried underground back there. That's how high the dirt was back here. What that meant was we basically went through 6 months of the land looking one way, and because we found this property almost a year ago, like we knew about it a little over a year ago, I think the first time we looked at it. Actually, I'll link that video down below. Some of you guys might like it. Case and I came out here and looked at it, and there was actually snow on the ground. I'll link that down below. You guys can see what it used to look like before the pond was redone, before any animals were out here. We didn't even own it yet. But we saw it for 6 months one way, and then we dozed everything, and now it looks completely different again. And we're like, man, we just love this view. I mean, when Jared was out here dozing, as soon as he cleared that area right there, Ray was like, that's where I want my house. And I remember some of you guys even saying, you'll change your minds again. You will. And I was like, probably, because you guys have been right all along. I said it, Grandma, I said it. You guys were right. We changed our minds. But this was one of the original places. We actually had a concrete guy come out here and look at it. And I know you watch my videos, but you totally did ghost us. You never called us back. Ray's got some friends we can go talk to about concrete. Grandma just sent me the name of another concrete guy. I also have a bid for concrete right there. The problem is I really, really, really think that I want a crawl space because of the amount of water we get. If we dig a ditch and it reduces the amount of water issues, I'll be more comfortable with just doing a slab. So that's where we're at. It sounds really busy, but I like it. Let's get in the truck with Ray, drive down and look at the Coyote camera and see if anything's been disrupted over there. And what else? There was some, oh, see that camera right there? Yeah. Remember how I told you guys that the cameras, the companies that send us these cameras, I've never gotten one of their Wi-Fi cameras to work, and that one's nothing different. It's currently not connected. Can't use it, won't connect, and it's one of 2 that they sent me. The first one won't connect either, so I took a brand new one out of the box, hung it up there, and it's already not working. It's been like 3 days. I think she's asleep standing up in front of the truck. Good girl. Good girl. So sometimes you can scratch their horns and it looks like they're slapping you, but they actually like getting scratched right there. There we go. Just got to keep it moving. If she takes a step forward, we bail. So it's not that she's even coming forward towards me. She just may want like more pressure. Like she may want it to, she may want me to push harder, and I can't. I'm not physically strong enough compared to her. But yeah, they like that. I think they like the glove feel too. I think the bare hand bothers them or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. All right, I gotta move. I could totally skate on that. That looks frozen solid, doesn't it?
Not like it did when we were walking on it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think I could do it one time.
Please go show the people.
We got these dozer piles, which I set on fire every day.
It's gonna take a while.
It does take a while, but what we have to do is you set it on fire, and then, like you guys said, and I grew up around my dad doing this, I know, but you bring your chainsaw out, and as you burn, you cut things up and move them to the center and set the center on fire and let it keep going, and it just takes a while. But what we can't burn, or what, like the big dirt, the root balls, what we can't burn, we will bury. And since we're gonna get an excavator, we could probably do it even quicker. I wanna run back here and look at this coyote trap. And I don't see anything in it.
Gotta fix your camera.
Yep, and I gotta fix the camera because we went to dinner last night and somebody was totally back here messing with our cameras because it kept going off. So we logged in and lo and behold, guess who? But then when I couldn't connect to it, I knew what the issue was. They broke the antenna. I guarantee we have not been out here. We haven't been out here.
You need to put that footage of her butt like just smacking
banging it. Yeah, golly. I want to stress, this is actually called a tire set. And it's a Coyote trap. I mean, you could trap anything in it, but a tire set, you don't have to use pan covers. If you guys track, you'll know what this means. Or trap. You don't have to use a pan cover because you just loosely place stuff over it, but you put a good amount of lure and bait inside the tire and it makes them want to come out here. But what's so, my trapping talk boring? What makes it a good set is you don't have to be as careful about scent and marking and all that stuff. Here they come. I think we got food. Look at the baby grass. Woo, cool. And I always take the same path. That way I'm not tearing up grass that's trying to grow. And it is rye. So once it comes up, it gets eaten and goes away. Get back here and look at this thing. Ugh, I guarantee they broke the antenna off. Guarantee it. Oh yeah, it's actually laying on the ground. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's like completely broke, which that's my fault for putting it that low. Yeah, they haven't fired. So this is where the coyotes were coming through. I put this right here as kind of a funnel to make them come to it, if you will. And then the girls knocked everything over. There's that's lure actually, that nasty looking stuff. And it smells awful. And then there's 2 traps down there and they're still armed, so we'll leave it alone. This is where the coyotes were coming through, but if you notice in the video, they actually come through or they go over there. Like they didn't come through and sniff this, they didn't come on our property, and I think that's due to the donkeys. I truly do. Bought these on Amazon because I know the girls. So I got extras. I'm gonna put that camera higher. I have good ideas every now and then, babe. Who done it? That's better. New antenna. Now we're cooking with peanut oil, right? Oh, and by the way, there's a dead chicken right here. Ready? Yep, it happened. As for that chicken, yesterday about 7:30 in the morning, and it's actually the last thing that camera that's no longer working captured. So the camera that's on the side of the cabin, the Wi-Fi one, the Reolink, their cameras that are cell phone powered are awesome. I've had them for, some of these cameras out here are like 2 years old. I used them at the other farm, but their Wi-Fi ones never stay connected. They always have issues. I don't know what the deal is. Those are no different. That's what I'm talking about. But the one hanging on the side of the building that was aiming down, the last thing it captured was about 7:15 in the morning. All the chickens come out. They start walking around, looking around, being chickens. They come sit on the watering trough, and there's 2 of them sitting right beside each other. And I don't know if one of them spooked the other one or what, but she fell in, and that was it. She got wet, couldn't get out, end of story. Now, that's pretty rare for that to happen, and they've been using that water for ever. I mean, the ones at Dad's farm, those chickens came from Dad's. Those are Magneto's kids. Our rooster, the Am Samani, those are his hatchlings. We hatched those out from him. They've always used it. It was kind of a freak accident, if you will, you know. And I used to have a waterer made for chickens right by the coop, and they didn't even use it. I mean, literally didn't use it. They roosted on it and pooped in it. If I have a watering trough somewhere, they're gonna use it. So there's no way around that. Now you could put something in it probably, but I'm not gonna. Sorry, we lost a chicken. It ain't happening. It was just a rare thing. I got here, that was like 7:15, 7:30. I dropped Case off at school. I got here at 8:15 to find that chicken. And I knew it had just happened because she wasn't, you know, stiff. What are you doing? Isn't that what you wanted for Valentine's Day? Mm-hmm. So I don't have to get it now, right? Oh my goodness. Did you just get hungry or what?
It's just a little snack.
No pressure. Is there enough for everyone, or?
Do you want one? Nobody eats them but me.
That's right, they're weird. Why would you ruin a good thing like chocolate by putting a strawberry on it? It's not even real chocolate, is it?
Uh-huh.
Wilton?
Right. Made with... Yeah, I covered it.
Yeah. That's what the boys got you last year for Valentine's Day, right? Or was it Mother's Day?
I think it was Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, yeah.
The chocolate melting pot. Best thing ever.
All right. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I've been editing, and I've uploaded some shorts, which I hope you guys like those. I've been posting them on Instagram and Facebook, as you know, for several years, and now shorts are kind of a thing on YouTube, and I figured I'd throw them on YouTube. They're pretty funny. They kind of give you updates as to what's going on during the day. What is he doing? What is he doing? Boy, Gino. What are you doing, man? That's bedding. You sleep on it. Don't turn that into beef. Kids. My beard was solid black before I got cows. Now I got grays, Bruce. Gray hairs, Bruce. It's some of my funniest work. And
I got chocolate in the corner of my mouth.
anyway, yeah. So, yeah, hope you like the shorts. Give them a thumbs up, check them out, watch them, all that good stuff. I'm gonna head out back to the farm here in a little bit and check on those traps and just make sure everybody's buttoned up for the night. But it is, what's the temperature? What did it reach? Yeah, it's currently 47 degrees after being 24 last night, and it's supposed to be 60 tomorrow. Now, there's gonna be a crazy amount of wind, right, tomorrow? You're welcome. Do you like when I'm like over here and then I just drop in on you mid-bite? We're gonna sit down and are we watching Netflix? What are we doing? This is the greatest idea ever.
We have to watch that new documentary.
Oh yeah, Ray's big on murder mystery stuff. If I ever disappear, start with her. Check her Netflix history.
I know all the secrets.
It's actually kind of scary. Anyway, we're totally kidding. So, with that said, y'all stay tuned. We have a lot planned, guys. We're not as scatterbrained as we seem.
I am.
Well, but not, we're listening to you guys. We truly are. Like I was telling them in the video, I think you were in the car at one point. I just edited this so she hasn't seen what I said when I was outside of the car. You know, when we first bought the land, people were telling us, hey, you should go through a full year, a full season, you know, all 4 seasons. Well, we did, but then we dozed 12 acres. And now it looks completely different.
We're starting over.
So we're starting over our year. Not really, but it does look different. It all looks different. And
it's insane.
Yeah, we're very blessed. We're very grateful. It's awesome. But in listening to you guys, we're like, hang on a second. Let's see, what do things actually look like right now? So anyway, I am going to tag that video down below on Facebook and YouTube to when Case and I first went out there and looked at the land almost a year ago. There was snow on the ground. Ray was at work, and it was one of those, you know, text me when you get there kind of things. Yeah, the rest is history. You guys have been watching the whole time. So anyway, stay tuned. House plans down below. That video's down below. Anything else I mentioned is down below. I love you.
Well, we do.
Y'all be good. Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless.
My hair's sticking to it now.